Alrighty, guys. Hello and welcome. So, as you know, Soleta is out now and everybody's talking about her, how to build her. Let's go through it together. I'm going to show you what I'm kind of doing, what my strategies are, and how I'm kind of quickly getting her geared up. So, we're going to start out. Let me switch over. We're going to start out here on my Cleef, which is my main. And I do not plan on switching summoners. I am Cleef all the way. So just don't worry about that. I do want to build Saletta and, of course, the newer summoner when they do come out. I do want to build them. I want to play with them. I want to have fun with them and do stuff. But I will be maining Cleef for sure. So first and foremost, we need to know that in order to build your equipment, you're going to want really good substats, right? So as you can see, some of my gear doesn't have the greatest substats. I've been saving for a long time, waiting for mythic gear to come out. Once mythic gear is going to come out, I'm going to succeed some items into that mythic gear and then use my refining catalyst on that. As you can see here, I have 14, soon to be 15 refining catalysts just waiting for that mythic gear to come out. And I'm going to dump all those refining catalysts into that mythic gear. And hopefully it's going to shoot me back up a little bit in the PvP rankings. I've been struggling recently. So let me walk you through where I'm at with my Cleef since he's my main. And then we'll switch over to Soleta and show you how I'm building that. So to start out with, here is all of my gear. Let's go to weapons. I'm not worried about weapons too much. As you know, when you switch weapons, the stats on the weapons, you get the stats from the weapons that you're using and only 25% of the stats from the other weapons that you're not using. So I typically focus on weapons last and focus on my sub weapon first and then my accessories next, since those are always on my summoner at all times and give me a constant benefit. So I typically focus on them first. So for my sub weapon, what I'm doing, and let me head over to storage real quick, is whenever I'm raiding, whenever I'm going through Naraka, Twisted Marsh, but specifically Tree of Heroes, and you try to do as much as you can, save every piece of gear. I made a video a while back about saving your gear and why it's important to save your gear. As you can see, I've saved a lot of gear, not as much as I should have, but I definitely saved a lot of gear. And you can see I've got some weapons in here, some sub weapons, and then of course all these other accessories and a bunch of stuff from Naraka and Twisted Marsh as well. Even some foggy stuff down here I've saved. Could you be surprised? You can get some good substats on that. What I am looking for is I am looking for gear that has good substats. So if I hold down on this weapon, it's got SCCD. That's okay, but let's go over to something like this one right here. I've locked it. It's got a little bit better substats, SBCA. This piece of equipment would take me, and let's count it up. B is 2, 3, and 1. So this is going to take me 6 refining catalyst to get this to SSSS. Right? So I need to look at all of this gear by how many refining catalysts is it going to take me to get to that quad S status, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm clicking through each one of my new pieces of gear, looking for, as you can see, this one's very meh, right? Looking for that gear that's going to have those good substats. So let's head on over now and look at my actual gear that I've locked and kept. And I kind of put it in my inventory so you can see. This is my currently equipped gear, right? This Twisted Marsh shield right here. The one that I am planning on using to succeed into mythic gear when it comes out is this guy right here. As you can see, it was a really good drop, SBSB. This only is going to take me 4 refining catalysts to max out the substat grade on this piece of equipment, right? So this is a very good piece of equipment that I can use and succeed it into mythic gear when it comes out. We go through here. I've got actually this Twisted Marsh piece. No S's, but A's are very good. The amount of A's on here, this is going to take me 5 refining catalysts, and it's about the best rings or best earrings that I have. Over here, I've got this one. This one's going to take me 4 refining catalysts, and we keep on going down the line. This Soul Death bracelet is going to take me 4 refining catalysts, and last but not least, this one is going to take me 4 as well. So as I'm going through my storage, I'm typically looking for and locking weapons or accessories that have about 6 refining catalysts worth of upgrades. That's kind of my max. Like if it's got 6 upgrades in it, right? I need 6 refining catalysts, then I'm going to lock that and I'm just going to hold on to it, right? What do you do with all the rest of it? Well, you can use equipment combination. That's actually a decent way of using equipment combination, is looking for those substats. It does get rather expensive, so make sure you have a decent amount of gold before starting that adventure. Um, I will show you, let's say that you are looking for maybe you're looking for a really good marble, right? You're looking for a really good marble for your Orbia. So I'm going to take this marble right here, and then I'm just going to take, let's say, this weapon, because I don't really need a weapon, and I'm going to take this bracelet. And I'm going to take those over to the combination, and I'm going to throw in the marble first, the weapon, and these on the outside. Whatever's in the middle of the equipment combination is what's going to be spat out, meaning that same type of thing. It may not be a last greed marble, right? But it will be a marble of the same awaken level. So if I go ahead and press combination, it's expensive. It's 150,000. As you can see, 4 awakened, 5-star Frost Lantern Shield. This one actually has slightly better substats, but still not what I'm looking for. I can put this back into the equipment combination and add 2 more things. So it's not like a fail-safe method, but it's definitely a way to get substats and look for substats if you have leftover gold to do it and leftover materials. You can also use equipment combination looking for seal weapons, and that's another very good use of equipment combination. Okay, so let's head on over. Now that you've seen that I have all of my gear ready for Mythic, right? I'm waiting for Mythic. Let's head over to Saletta. So I've been trying to farm out the Soleta. I did not buy any of the packs. I did not use the XP potion or anything like that. So we're currently sitting at 65, and that is where we're at. Okay, so my Soleta, let's head back to the storage. My Soleta currently has all seal equipment, or all seal weapons. I was able to farm a little bit of seal, and I was also able to use the equipment combination a little bit to get a couple more seal weapons. The best things to combine, I mean, if you head back in here to blacksmithing. So if you're looking for seal weapons, if you come right here to 2 awaken 5-star, you'll notice there is only 1, 2, 3, 4 possible weapons it could be, giving you the best possibility of getting a seal weapon when you do equipment combination, right? So if you were to combine unawakened 5-star, there's a lot more options that it could possibly be. Even down here, you've got 4 awakened 5-star. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still pretty good. You can combine 4 awakened 5-star things as well. Future Topher here. Technically, the best chance is actually the 1 awakened 6-star weapons right here, but that does require you to upgrade your weapons from their natural drop state in order to get to that spot. It will most likely yield you a seal weapon, so that is a really good spot to do it if you want to do that upgrade. If you want a more in-depth explanation on that process, make sure to go check out Basic Mudblood's video. I'll leave a link down below, as well as the little card right above. But just know that equipment combination was a method that I was able to use to get all of my seal weapons pretty quickly. I also used a couple raid coins in the shop. Come all the way down here to seal coins, and I just sort of at the very beginning bought a couple of these 5-star ones, since they're pretty cheap to buy and I had a decent amount of coins, to see if I could get any weapons of the color that I needed, right? RGB or light and dark. So that's how I got all those weapons. Let's move on to the succession. I'm going with Foggy Prison Marble. It's decreased summoner damage taken by 4.5%. I believe most people are going to be going this route. It's kind of the Orbia route. We're squishy damage dealers. We need to have that summoner damage taken down. So I think the Foggy Memory Death Scope here is going to be your best option. As you can see, I do have a piece of equipment that was left over, right? This isn't the one I'm going to use on my cleave, my main one, but this one is SBBC. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7. It's not bad, but I'll succeed this into my Foggy Death Scope here. So that'll be a slightly better piece of equipment than it is now. So my Twilight Hero earrings that I found, these are some leftover ones. I just kind of threw these on here. They're not bad substats, so I'll keep them there. I'm not planning on using Refining Catalyst on my Saletta. I've got a crit damage necklace here for TOH. I do plan on using the TOH or the Tree of Heroes accessories for now until Mythic Gear comes out. And then Mythic Gear, I'm going to be farming Mythic for my Cleave. So whatever leftover Mythic Gear I get will probably go on my Saletta, and I can just succeed this equipment into that if I so choose. So there's my crit damage necklace right here. And as you can see, I've got a decent piece of equipment here that's going to take 5 refining catalysts to get this to max. So I've got S, B, A, B, and I'm going to succeed this into my crit damage necklace. I'm going to show you guys that here in a little bit, so stay tuned. On my bracelet here, you can see I've got a couple options. This one's not great. You see I have A, B, C, which already by itself isn't horrible. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 refining catalysts, so not bad. But I do have this Naraka Dragon's Wrath bracelet. This one's only going to take 5 refining catalysts because it's A, B. So let's go ahead and take that to the blacksmith here, to bracelets, and we're going to take that piece up to here. We need to unlock it first. We're going to pop it in here, and we're going to see what happens. It's going to upgrade this to 5 stars. It's the same things. And then we're going to go up to this 6-star point right here. Pop it in there, A, B. And we still have A, B, right? Because they made it to where you keep your substats all the way up. So now that it is 6-star, I can now use this in equipment succession. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that here in just a second. Lastly, I have this ring right here, which is already pretty good. SABB. I think I just locked this for another reason. Not sure why I have this one here. It's not very good, but this one is already very good. So I probably don't need to do much succession on it. Unless I find something that's really, really good, I can succeed later. But for now, this is going to work playing around with Soleta. So let's go ahead and do a succession. And I'm going to go ahead and succeed. Let's start out with this crit damage. I think this is going to be an important one. It's a big jump in stats. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this HP percent. I don't plan on doing HP percent in this slot. I'm going to do crit damage, but I do want these stats. So let's go over and let's go to enhance, and let's go to equipment succession. So this is the necklace that I want to give. Actually, so here you go. You can see my mistakes. Take this, and we got to unequip it. So we need to unequip it if we're going to use it in succession. So let's go back to enhance, equipment succession. So here is the item. We need to double check this, right? Here is the item that I want the stats to go to, right? So it's got bad stats now. I want the good stats to go onto this one. This is a crit damage main stat. That will stay the same, okay? So then I'm going the bottom slot, going to throw in the good stats, okay? As you can see, it says crit damage is going to go from 27.9% to 26.9%. I'm going to have to upgrade this a little bit, the bottom one, in order to actually use it here. But I'll show you that here in just a second. But I am going to carry over. It says the target equipment gains a portion of the materials equipment's enhancement level, sub-property grade, and effect stones. Only 6-star legend grade or higher equipment can be succeeded, which is why we needed to get stuff to 6-star. So we're going to go ahead and see this good one. We're going to go ahead and level this up. I think we just need to get it to plus 1 or plus 2. I forget, but we're going to find out trial and error together. So we're going to go here. I'm going to go enhance, and we're just going to go ahead and level this up. I'm just going to go ahead and level up twice because I know that will do it. Then we're going to go back into equipment succession here. Enhance, equipment succession. We want the bad one on top. Now, when I say bad stats, not the main stat. We want the main stat up there, crit damage, and the good stats down here, okay? And all we're going to do is press equipment succession. And now my new necklace here, it actually has some really good stats on it. Defense, accuracy, crit damage, and HP. I am very happy with those rolls. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. S, A, B, and B, just like the other one was. and they're all phenomenal stats for Soleta. So this is a win for me. So now I can take this and I can throw it back onto Soleta. And we now have a very nice crit damage necklace with good substats that we can now go and enhance. So we got our first enhance into HP. Would love a nice quad roll so that way we can really play around with our stats later. Let's see what the +6 is going to be. If we can get there, this is the hardest part. We'll see how many refined stones we got to take. All right, so we got one into the S2. S2 there, not bad. Defense is an underrated stat for sure. And we'll see if we can get it to +9. I highly doubt it. So we'll leave it there for now. We're definitely going to use some of these stones to get it higher. We're going to get it to +12 at least. All right. So that is how you succeed your equipment that you've been saving into your new Saletta or even into your main summoner that you're working on right now. The best thing to farm, and if you can get there, is to go to raid dungeons and farm the Tree of Heroes boss. I know it's a hard raid for a lot of you guys. This is a excellent raid because it drops that 2 awaken 6-star equipment, which is extremely good for succeeding later on. All right, so I have my full lineup of accessories ready to go. I'm going to do one more succession here. This one right here, it's going to be a little bit better. Let's transfer this into my attack % bracelet here. My ring is going to stay the same. No succeeding there. My Twilight earrings are going to stay the same. And my Death Scope, or my sub-weapon, I am going to go ahead and use this guy to succeed it in there. Real quick, as we're going here, I am trying to succeed this sub-weapon, right? This is not as great stats, and this one is significantly better stats. I do want to succeed this. Notice, though, that this Death Scope was already 3A 6 Awakened, which means I'm probably going to have to level up the bottom one a little bit higher. As you can see, I went to level 4 here. You're going to have to level it up a little bit because the main stat, which is HP, cannot go down, right? And because they're different awaken levels, they have like different calculations on their main stat. So just make sure that this level at the bottom here is high enough to where your main stat isn't going down, and you should be able to succeed it. The button, when you press it, will give you a warning. Read the warning, and you may have to go up a little bit higher. So let's equipment succession this. There we go, went up to 3, and I got accuracy, crit rate, HP, not bad. So just kind of get rid of that defense later on. Pop in here. All right, so this will be our last succession, and we'll be set to go with substats. We've got my attack % bracelet here. It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Math is hard. 7 refining catalyst, whereas this one right here is only going to take us 5. So we want to succeed this into that. I notice I leveled it up to +4 just to make sure, because it is only 6-star and not 2 awakened. And there we go. We got crit damage, crit rate, not bad, but we do have the flat stats of HP and attack. We will have to refine those out later. Okay, so let's head back into our equipment here. And we are good to go. I would suggest going and locking all of your equipment once you are done, just to make sure it doesn't end up anywhere it's not supposed to when you're doing all of this equipment succession. All right, guys, I hope that helped. If you have any more questions about equipment succession or even how to build Soleta, let me know down in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you with a reply. Also, we have the Discord link down below. That's a great place to ask all the questions you could about your monster box, what's the next monster to build, how to clear content, or even how to build the next summoner. We really have a great community, guys. I've really enjoyed growing and building this community together with you. I hope that you'll hang out with me over on the live streams. Make sure to hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the bell notification so you can come hang out live and see the best moments live. All right, guys, that's all from me. I'm TopherSmurf telling you to keep on gaming. Oof.